And the boys are back with another episode of the group chat. It's your boy B Scar, aka Beach, and I'm sitting here with my co-host, my dog with the alley oop.
It's your boy Deej, and you know what they say, man. You know the Lions won again. Hey,
Mm,
you know the Lions won again. Hey,
yeah,
you know the Lions won again. What's up, brother? How are you, man?
I'm well, bro. I'm well. Not only did the Lions win, but in a dominant fashion, bro. Y'all are rolling with the 50 piece. What was it, 52?
52, I believe. 52-14. You know, we had some things to correct, obviously on film, but it was a good one. We had 4 turnovers on defense. Offense did their thing. Special teams went buzzard. Like special teams went crazy. Hey, punt safe got to return to the crib. I'm telling you, man, you want to win, put safe in, dog. Put safe in. Let them spin, man. Punt safe got to return to the crib. Shout out my dog Khalif Raymond because you know we kind of block, but you know it's really about the hold up when you're on punt safe. It's not about the blocking. It's not about the, you know what I'm saying, not about the blocking. You got to hold up, give my man some lanes, and he did his thing. I seen him running towards me. I seen no flags. I said, all you got to do is beat the punter. He beat the punter. I ain't gonna lie, I was too tired to even go to the end zone, so I just walked off the field. I was hyped though. I was hyped.
Yeah, Khalif Raymond's got wheels. He's got top speed, man. Top
He gets
league
the
speed. For those who don't know, you say punt safe. Punt safe is what?
punt safe is when you think they may be running a fake. Usually, now I will say that most guys on punt safe do lollygag, and I'm here to tell you guys around the league, don't do it, man. You can get a tutty because they're underestimating you,
Yeah.
and you're big and you're strong, and all you gotta do is push hard. Just push it, hold them up out there, out getting out, make them have plenty of room to cut. That's all you can do. But usually people lollygag on punt safe, and it's just out there for the fake. But you know, us as the Detroit Lions, we take pride in that. You know, we got a great special teams coach, and he tells us every week. Not only does he tell us, he will call your ass out on film if you do not take that rep seriously during practice. So he goes ahead and sets the precedent that we will be taking this shit serious in the game. And I appreciate it, bro, because you know what? Out of all my years, it paid off this year, baby. It paid off. We got a tutty. We got a tutty. So I appreciate him going hard, and he made me a believer. He made me a believer. You know what? I've never had a fake ran against me because I do go hard during that play. But
Right.
you know, I used to be one of those guys like, why the fuck we watching this? Like, excuse me, language. Why we watching this on film? Like, who cares? It's just once you see the defense out there, they're not gonna run it. He made me a believer this week, and that's why we got. Hey, that's all you got to do. You got to change one. Change the mind
Right.
of one.
Right. So the it's fourth down. The offense is out there. You guys think they might potentially be going for it? Could be a fake. So you put
Mm-hmm.
punt safe in, which has mostly the defensive players. So you keep the defense out there, but you do
Mm-hmm.
put Khalif back. You put your returner back and take somebody else out. And you were in there also because you're in there holding up the gaps just in case they try to do something funky. They try to run a trick play, whatever. You're holding up the A gaps. So what was your hold up looking like on that play? You came off the rock. Did you hem up the guard? Or you did you dominate the long snapper and just bully him?
I dominated the guard and the PP behind the guard. I got both of them.
You got
Got
two?
a double up and then a push at the get out of here. See you on your way down the field. Get on the good.
Hey, that's the teach tape that coach points out in
He's
film.
saying,
Look at 98. Look at Reader out there just going hard. That's what we need. That's why we scored. He took two. The great ones they take two.
facts. They take. You'd have been proud of me. B. I had a high screen on a pick. I wanted to go back and kill him. Wanted to come back and give him one of these. Boo! I wasn't selfish. Came back. Hey, little high screen. I said I've
High
been watching.
screen. High
I've been
screen.
watching this special teams tape, dog. I've been locked in. I'm telling you. I've been watching. Didn't get selfish in that moment because you know how offensive line and defensive line get. It can. when you got your times to get them back, you know how it feels. Like you really want to. But I was like, you know what? For the betterment of the team, I'm gonna go high screen.
Yeah, the high screen is really finesse though. You know, they only started coaching that maybe 4 seasons ago ish. You know, when they made that rule, you couldn't do the blindside block, and that high screen it can get technical now. You know, because if you're not careful, you could look stupid. you could high screen nothing, or you do try to do a high screen, you trip up and you end up falling on your ass, and you didn't block a soul.
You can high screen and miss the shit out your block. So that's what I'm saying. You really gotta finesse this shit.
Yeah. For sure.
You weren't gonna miss that one. That was a guaranteed hitter. Now you gotta, Reggie. The only thing I thought about is if he foot freezes me, and what if I high screen and he used me to make the tackle? Like, what if he that strong? What if I high screen and he still pushed me?
Was it that close? It was that you were that close. The high screen was like right on the returner.
The high screen pretty close to the play now. I'm gonna say the high screen was, but the guy who was in front of my high screen, he actually cut the play off. So it was like right there. Like my high screen was good, but the guy who took the other angle in front of him all tripped him up. So.
Oh, okay. So you took 3. Essentially, what you're saying. You got the guard, the PP, and the high screen. So you got 3.
High screen was a pick. High screen was a different play on a pick.
I got you.
Oh okay. Yeah, I just had to lock up and shuck on the punt. Say good.
Got you. Okay. Hey, you're doing all the right things, man. That's what we want to see out of the leader on the defense. You know what I mean? Doing the dirty work.
More you can do, man. You know, it felt like old Deej out there, bro. First play of the game or second play, one of those two. You see, they tried to cut me. You see on the video, the boys tried to cut me. I played through it. Shoelace tackle. It's okay, however you get them down.
Bro, it looked good. It looked good. Because you're flying down the line of scrimmage, Deej. Hey, I seen flashes. That look. Hey, come on now. You ain't lost a step, man.
I got Tony Pollard fast now.
Yeah.
Hey, I saw the glimpses of my play, being able to make a play closing. I was like, oh, he's rolling today. He came to play today.
Yeah. No, that was good, man. That was good, and it was a smooth landing too. You didn't get the face mask all up in the turf too much. You kept your face out of it. You know what I mean? Tripped it up. It was a smooth walk off with the tackle. I like that, bro.
So good, man. So good.
Great to see you guys rolling. What now? You're 6-1.
Yes, sir.
6-1. So we're almost at the halfway point, and yeah, man, keep it going, brother. It's great to see you out there doing your thing.
Yeah, it feels good, man. It feels good, brother. Just rolling, keeping it going, and I got some good teammates around me, so it's been fun.
Yeah, we got some pick'ems for our college football. It's about halfway through the season. It's close, man. It's anyone's pick'em this year. Last year, by this time, you had already run away with it. This year, I'm right there. We're tied up. We're tied up going into, I don't even know what week it is of college football, but going into this week, we got some big matchups. The first is Ohio State and Penn State. Who you got?
Ohio State. Give me Ohio State.
I'll take Penn State on the other side.
Penn State's falling off, man.
It's at Penn State, though.
Give me Ohio State.
All right. Pitt, number 18 Pitt at 20 SMU. I'm going to go Pitt on this one.
Give me SMU.
We got Louisville at number 11 Clemson. Okay, I got Clemson as well.
Okay.
Duke.
Not even a question.
Yeah. Duke at number 5 Miami.
I really am not impressed by Miami, but they are undefeated and Cam Ward's the man. I just think they team just as a whole, they get shaky, but they're at home, so I'm gonna take Miami.
I'm going to take Miami too. And to finish it off, we got number 1 Oregon at Michigan. I'm rolling with the Fighting Ducks.
We gotta go Oregon.
Yeah, Oregon.
I'm sorry, guys, but I don't know what is going on with y'all. But I don't know how you go from winning a natty to being this bad. Like, it's just, I get you lose players, but y'all are Michigan.
Hey, that transfer portal, man. You win the championship. Everybody's looking at you.
It's not like they Clemson. Like, we don't even get portal guys. They take guys out the portal. Like, if I'm Michigan, we rebuilding every year. We just had my boy stealing signs. We doing all that, everything. I mean, it's clear. Like, you know what I'm saying? What we doing? Like, we trying to make it to the league. What are y'all doing? Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time though, if I'm a high level recruit, do I want to go to the place that just won the championship? Is there enough meat on the bone for that team? They already got all their guys. I might want to go over somewhere where I got a chance to step on the field and play as a starter and go make this money as a recruit.
Yeah, but you would hope that, like, they lost some guys, and I wouldn't think that they lost some guys last year. Michigan lost a running back, lost a quarterback, lost some receivers, like lost some defenders. Like, shit. Even if you don't get a high level recruit, if you knew you was losing that player, you want to replace him with a capable guy, you think you would go into the portal and go get your guy. You know what I'm saying? They Michigan. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It's Michigan, dog. Like,
yeah. It's not like they don't got the money. You know they got the money for it.
Yeah, no shortchange of money, no shortage of history. Like, you know what I'm saying? They got it all. Everything you would want.
So it's 2 things. I mean, it could be 3 things. It could be bad coaching. Number 2, it could just be bad players. But bad players and lead would mean that the 3rd thing, bad recruiting. Bad recruiting led to bad players. I don't know. But at this point in time, you almost have to you got to have a whole scouting department, especially if you coming off a natty and you know there's a target on your back, and every other Division I team is looking for the depth that didn't play enough, and say, hey, you backup outside linebacker, come over here. Come over here to Oregon State. Come over here to Penn State. Come over here to wherever. You could be our starter, and we got a bag for you. They didn't treat you right at Michigan. We'll treat you right over here. You know, you got that target on your back. So you have to have a scout. You got to have a scouting department. Your player engagement got to be paid attention to,
bro. And then you had, like, we've known Harbaugh's going to leave for years, right? Like, it's always been talks. And you hired from within, so it's not like you went out and got a stranger. Like, it's just, I don't know. Like you said, you would think they would have been better prepared for what happened.
Before we go any further, man, got to give you a shout out for that shirt you got on, brother.
Hey, man, you see it. My
the
guy,
pursuit of high quality content.
Support my guy, man.
Creative home team.
Today's Big Yard Day, isn't it? Is it Academy Day?
Yeah, we have our docu-series premiere tonight.
Hey, okay. I gotta make sure I get on and do a donation, man. Make sure I send some bread in. I heard I got a text from Mama Sue's. And, Mama always keep it right with the text. I was like, oh yeah, Moms, I see you. Yes. She's like, it's the Big Yard. Things going on. Yeah, let me know. Appreciate you.
No, man. Appreciate the support, and Mama Sue's, when she gets in fundraising mode, she gets after her, man. No one better.
Hey, cold calls and cold texts. She's doing it all. Let you know. I love it. Yeah, I got you.
Well, anyways, no, man, love the T-shirt. Appreciate your support. Caroline did the design on there.
Ooh,
so for all the listeners, DJ's wearing the Scarlett Creative home team jersey. Let's go into NFL, man. There was something that happened this past Sunday that I personally had never seen before. The Colts quarterback Anthony Richardson, he subbed himself out. And he went out for a play, took a knee. After that, he came back in the game. Then when he was asked about it after the game in the press conference, they asked him like, "Oh, you subbed yourself out. Were you hurt or were you tired? What was going on?" And he said, "I was tired, man. I was tired. I ain't gonna lie. Tired." He said something like that. And so he said he was tired, and he said he wasn't able to go the next play, or he didn't feel like he'd be able to go the next play. Which, to me, I was like, for any other position on the field, that would be perfectly fine. That'd be acceptable, right? You know, if you just, like DJ said, for that pick, when you went and got that high screen, right? Obviously, you guys would be coming out off the field, but for some reason you had to go for one more play and you were just dog tired, you would tap yourself out, tap your helmet, and go out for a couple plays, and then it'd be perfectly normal. But for a quarterback, even if Anthony Richardson did go and run for a 30-yard, 40-yard, whatever, and was dog tired, him tapping out was an issue because you just don't see it very often. So I don't know. I kind of saw the other side for him, like, hey, he was just tired. But I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, it's just so much that goes into it. I also feel like if you're gonna take one play off as a quarterback, don't you got ability to like check? Can't you like call a run? Like I can just check this play into a run play right here. I get it. Like I might be dogging it, but we can get the gun. I'm like, hey, check. Hey, Omaha, what? Heading this reel off this inside zone, get my breath a little bit, put a couple hands on my hips, like, all right. Now, he only went out for one play, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's just so, you can't do that to the team. The other quarterback doesn't have the green dot. Like, you only got one quarterback with the green dot helmet. So many changes that's got to go on. You just, but I get being tired, bro. I just,
yeah.
Also, but I don't know that every other quarterback run as much as him. But if Lamar ain't ever tired, bro, you ain't got the excuse to be just saying you just exhausted. You know what I'm saying? Like, one, you don't come in contact with people every play like every other position. You're not running routes like receivers. You're not blocking like O linemen or running backs. You know what I'm saying? I get it, but you the leader of the team, bro. No other quarterback really has ever done it, and you just think you got options. I think you got other options to just sub yourself out. That's what I'm saying. I'm not, you got the excuse to not be tired because I get being tired. It happens, but I think your options you got other options as opposed to other players that, like me as a defensive lineman, I get tired. I got to come out because like you could just spam that run play over and over once you see me tired, crush me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you could crush me. You got control in your hands. That was a nasty look. It's not a good look for me, boy.
Yeah, there were definitely better alternatives, and you make a great point about, he could have just came to the line and called a run play, handed the ball off. It would have gave him some time to catch his breath. And then, after the game, when the reporter asked him exactly what happened, he also had options at that point too. He could have been like, hey, man, my low back was really talking to me. I had to just go and take a knee for a second. Like, you didn't have to say that you were tired. And Michael Parsons actually said, like, next time, bro, lie. And I respect Anthony Richardson. You're a grown man. As a grown man, like, what I got to lie for? I'm going to tell you the truth. But at the same time, bro, you do have a whole franchise watching you and your behavior, what you say, what you do, your actions influence how we feel as a team, how ownership, how fanship, the fan base, et cetera, all feel about their team. So at that point in time, you really could have said, my ankle. It was just talking to me. So.
As a matter of fact, lie on the field too. That way you could have got more of a break. If you came up limping a little bit on your ankle, maybe you could have really got some breaths. You went out there for one play. I know you ain't getting no real rest.
But man, Joe Flacco stepping in, so we'll see how Joe does. Joe's we got a stat here. Joe Flacco is 4 months younger than Anthony Richardson's mom. So Joe is about old enough to be your daddy. And so we'll see. Joe better not tap out. He better not tap himself out, man.
That was good. He's a savvy vet. He know to check that run play. I'm sure.
Right, 100%.
Go ahead and check this quick little dive real quick if I'm a little exhausted.
Another thing that happened on over the weekend was Jameis Winston is back. He's back as a starting quarterback following Deshaun Watson's unfortunate injury. And this dude has the funniest pregame speeches. Like when he addresses the team, I'm tuned in. I really watch and listen to the way that this dude addresses the team. And man, we got some clips. Let's go ahead and jump into some of these clips that of old famous Jameis.
Man, it's a white boy from Detroit that I really admire named Eminem. He said, "You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity lasts once in a lifetime." And I know I got to quote, Eminem. He from Detroit. He right up the road, but. Man, I'm just grateful. I'm grateful that the Lord provided me with this opportunity. I'm grateful for my teammates, my coaches, and these amazing fans.
Bro. And then this white boy from Detroit. Bro, James has no filter, man.
It's priceless because he's dead serious.
You can't say the sky's the limit when people are on the boat. Hey, that's a fact. I kind of like that one. Come on. The moon's the limit. What's up? The moon's the limit.
Hey, did you see the one in the speech that he said, let's go out there and play for the teams, the names on the back of our jerseys and the team on our helmet? He said, well, we ain't got no logos. So.
You expect from yourself?
This is the day that the Lord has made. I will be glad and rejoice in it.
You're looking really focused right now. You told us this week that everyone inside this building believes that this is the time you guys can turn it around. What's been the message?
Unwavering faith, ultimate belief, depending on the Lord. That's all we got.
You told me no nerves, just excitement and butterflies. Still feel that way?
Unwavering faith, ultimate belief, dependence on the Lord.
The message is clear, guys. Thank you, Jay.
Bro, it's the stare into the camera.
Yeah, that's the thing. I didn't have any problem with the message.
Yeah, nah, that look into the camera, that's priceless. That is priceless. That's it. Hey man, I like famous Jameis.
Hey man, opportunities come once in a lifetime. And with those opportunities, we have to make the most of it. Every one of us have an individual responsibility to go out there and fight for each other. Represent the names on your back, represents the names that's on your helmet. Well, we don't got no decal. So represent the names. All right? One play at a time. All right? Together.
That's why I said, well, we ain't got no decals. Represent the Browns.
Bro, it was in the huddle, the dude next to him, the way that he's looking at him, and just looks like he's holding in a laugh because he know that some funny shit's about to be said. I feel like that's how I would feel in that huddle, like just kind of holding in a laugh.
Bro, I'm telling you, between him and Kirk Cousins, bro, it's funny, man.
Tom Brady was approved as a minority owner of the Las Vegas Raiders. It's huge. It's huge. I wonder if he is the first former player. No. Because does Elway have a piece of the Broncos? Is it Brady the first former player piece of the NFL?
I think he may have a piece of the Falcons. Wasn't he a part owner?
Who? Michael Vick?
Nah, bro.
I don't think he got that, bro.
It's not even somebody that you would think, bro. I'm trying to think what his name is.
Warwick Dunn?
There you go.
Really?
I think so. That's a DJ Reader random quote that may or may not be a fact.
Well, yeah, we'll have to fact check that, man. We will have to fact check that. We got election day coming up. There's a lot of fact checking. Looks like Tom Brady is the third former player to have an ownership stake in an NFL team. So when the day comes, Deej, that you have your ownership stake in the NFL team, maybe you go back to Carolina and you help to revive the Carolina Panthers
Let's go.
franchise. When you get your ownership stake, what is the first thing that you would do as an owner?
Going out, getting a great GM. That's my first hire. Just find a good GM where we think likewise. And then I think you handle all the other stuff around the building while you trusting your GM to start putting the pieces together, coaching staff wise.
I wonder how that process works. Like you just hold interviews with people that come highly recommended, or how you gonna do it?
I think, based off like how you want the team to go. I mean, if you are somebody who has an idea about football, you
Yeah.
kind of you think like you said, you just have interviews based off how you feel it should go. I'm sure I would probably consult with a couple people. I don't want to just have only my opinion, even though it's my asset, but I'd probably just
Right.
consult with some folks that I think highly of and go get a good GM. Get a good GM.
Right.
And while all the stuff around the building, hiring those pieces, because I'm sure you inherit a couple pieces, but trying to make sure those pieces are in play.
Yeah.
I need him to handle this coaching staff and this coaching search, and obviously you're going to inherit players, so we need to be able to make that part work.
I love that, man. Yeah, I think as an owner, for me, how I would think about it is, number one, we got to have a great team, right? We gotta win, because it doesn't matter what I do outside of with the culture of the organization, the other people, the marketing, the fan engagement, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. If we don't win, all the other shit don't matter. So create a winning formula, but then, Deej, what I'm doing is I'm getting deep in the brand development of the squad. I'm going to make sure that the fans are super engaged with the team. How are we telling the story of our players, of our ownership, of our executive, et cetera? How are we showing up in the community? What's the experience of coming to the stadium? Fans come to practice. What's the experience? I'm getting deep into like experiential shit, and I want the fans in Portland, when the NFL comes to Portland, I want the Portland fans to be locked in and feel ownership of their team. I want it to be like not just owned by Brandon Scarlett, but owned by the city. That's what I want.
Okay.
Feel me?
I like that. I like where you're going. I do. Get the fans involved, make them feel empowered, and that way we turn the city up.
Hell yeah! Well, shout out Tom Brady with that minority stake. We'll see what he does with it. Okay, so we just said what we would do as owners of an NFL organization. It is now election week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's the first thing you would do as president of the United States? And secondarily, what teammate would you choose as your vice president?
Okay. As president, the first thing I would do, I would try to change. I would write a tax bill and try to change the tax bill to where a portion, whether that be property taxes or some sort of tax, goes directly it's attached to your social security number, and that number is attached to the area that you came from at the beginning when you were born. So wherever that area is in the United States, you know what I'm saying, wherever that area is, or where you first when you migrated here, wherever that area was, the first one, I feel like with that, because every area has a millionaire that was born there. I'm a firm believer in that. So I feel
Has a
that
what? Every area has a what?
has a millionaire that was born
Millionaire.
there.
Okay, got you.
And so I feel that if those taxes were always going towards that area, those areas that started off in poverty would now have been changed by now, in every form of way, like from the education to the roads to the housing to everything around it. You know what I'm saying? Like just the area, the community in general. And vice president, I think obviously the easy choice would be like you or my guy Germ, who's the NFL PA president right now, and is on my teammate now, who also a good resistant. But I think we go Sam Hubbard, who's like, you know, Sam's a finance major, and he's a pretty smart in that area. And he's also like we think similarly, but he'll give me a lot of resistance on a lot of things I'll say, so I'll get pushback. So I think I need that. I think that's something that's needed. And also having a higher standard on finances.
Similar to being an owner of an organization, right? If you want to, I feel like it's probably pretty similar to how you run a country. It's like running an NFL team, right? You want to make sure that the people that you hire on are high quality folks, right? So from vice president on down to secretary of state, the head of defense, the this and that, and all the other positions that go into the government, executive, legislative, judicial. Come on now, I'll start dropping some political history on your ass. So I would make sure that I have the most qualified individuals in each of those positions, but also to make sure that those individuals are good people to their core. They got good hearts, good souls, and that, they care about the interests of the country more than they do the interests of themselves. And also with those people, I would make sure that I have diverse perspectives and representation, because similar to what you were just saying with like millionaires being taxed and those taxes going back to where they're from, those people have a unique perspective on the area that they're from, right? So they might, even if they were given some type of like being able to suggest what could be done in that area with the money that they're taxed, they'd probably suggest something different than someone who's never visited Greensboro, North Carolina, right? And so I think about that across like regions, across geographies, across different backgrounds, socioeconomic upbringings, etc., having a really diverse perspective of folks that are highly qualified and great people down to their core in my cabinet. That'd be the first thing I'd do as president. And my vice president would be, for me, it would be like, how do I make sure that we win? In the same way that Kamala's vice president has come on and supported her and like bringing some voters. I gotta be honest. I'm from Portland, Oregon, right? One of the most liberal places in the world. So my politics might, maybe more left-leaning. And so maybe more left-leaning voters might be fucking with me. But I got to be conscious, while I also want to make sure I got my moderates and want to be able to flip some people on the right. So I'm going to go and get somebody that may be more leaning to conservative. So I might bring in old Brian Peters from Midwest Ohio, working on a farm. The guy will teach you how to, the proper breath technique. Wear some boots, but he's a good guy, smart guy, good heart down to his core. You know what I mean? So now my team, it looks a little bit more representation, but then also we're pulling in as many voters as we can. So I would say BP.
There you go. And we just put it in chat. What's also important about that? Also important about having BP. Midwest, it's important. Those are good people. I love the Midwest people.
Shout out the Midwest people.
They're solid.
You're a Midwest person right now.
Right. I told you. I'm here. I love them. They're the best, man. Caroline. They make solid people. I don't have many complaints about the Midwest. I'm not gonna lie. It gets a little chilly up here. I don't even know if you say up here. That is okay. Okay, this is a segue. Can we add this in? Why is it called the Midwest when it starts all the way over here? How is it the Midwest? Why does the Midwest last this long all the way until you get the West Coast? When does the West Coast start?
The West Coast is only 3 states, brother.
That's it? So everything in between is the Midwest.
No, you got the Mountain West. The Mountain West is like Colorado, Idaho, Montana.
So that's all the West.
Well, the West Coast is Washington, Oregon, California. Mountain West is anything from the Midwest over to the West Coast.
I don't think you're reading this map right, brother. Yeah, we clearly have the map in front of us. There is no such thing I know he's adding the mountain on there. I see it's at the bottom. You got specific regions.
Bro.
But it's West, Midwest, Northeast, and South, dude. That's the only options we got. We can't just be adding mountain in there. It's a small color. Why does the Midwest get the whole thing? Like, why is that? Then you got it. East, North, Central, West, North, Central. Nobody says those things.
Bro, you have to understand that as the lands were discovered, the Midwest was actually the most west people have, at least the colonizers, had been. So they said, oh, that's the West, right? And then they got all the way over to Oregon and California, and then was like, well, this is now the West. So where we were before, let's call it the Midwest. It's not quite this far west. It's the Midwest. Bro, I get it. Because you can't just change up the name. You just can't now just call it the Mid-East. You know what I mean? We've come too far. It's been, I don't know. It was probably 100 years or so they called that the Midwest. Ain't not going to change the name.
All right, bro. I'm just glad you could break that down for me. I'm glad you could inform me because I've been struggling with it and I can't. I've been struggling with it for a minute now. I've just always, when people are like, I'm in the Midwest, I'm like, I guess you're right. You are right. You're correct.
I mean, yeah. At a certain point in time, everything was just, the whole country was like on the East. So, that's how they considered it. So anything west of the East was West. Like if it would have happened that, what if the Europeans had happened upon the West Coast before they happened upon the East Coast somehow, right?
Do you think it would be the Midwest? It would be called the Midwest then?
Yes, exactly. Yes. Yeah. And the South would be considered California and Nevada and all that.
That'd be
crazy,
tough.
Bro. Flip it.
That'd be more states. You gotta think of the South all broken down. It's crazy. You learn something new every day, bro. I'm just glad.
There you go, man. There you go. Hey, and that's why we bring people back to the group chat, because we're here to educate, we're here to inform.
Mm-hmm.
We're here to inform. And so now we all know, why the Midwest is called the Midwest. No need to fact check my theory here. We can just let it ride.
Definitely. Sounds right to me, brother.
Hell yeah. That's it. That's all we got, D. That's what we got today, man.
I mean, what else do they want? We talked about ball. We gave them some culture, and we gave them a damn lesson about the Midwest, man.
You know what? Holistic show. Holistic.
It's been great, man. It's been awesome hollering at you this week, man. I'm glad you got back from D.C. I'm proud as hell of what you're doing, man, for the community and with the people, man. So it's good to chat, man. It's good to be in the group chat today, man. It's a good show.
Always, brother. I'll send you the docu-series when we drop it.
Sounds good, brother.
All right, y'all. Till next time. Peace.